In today's video, I'll be sharing some of the bad money habits that kept me stagnant financially for a long time. As a young family and immigrants in Canada, we're not where we want to be yet financially. But I believe if we continue taking the right steps that we're on now, we will definitely get there. And that applies to you too watching this video. If you decide to see this video as a learning point and do things differently, that is if you're not already doing things differently, right? Your financial state will definitely improve. Not a lot of people are comfortable talking about their bad money habits and financial mistakes. So guys, this is me being very vulnerable. This was one video I was very reluctant to make because I didn't want to put myself out there and be judged, right? But when I thought about how sharing some of these bad money habits would change someone else's life, especially new immigrants in Canada or even anywhere in the world, I decided to take the risk and just go ahead and share with you all. So let's get right into the video. The first bad money habit not a lot of people like to talk about, which I was guilty of, was getting comfortable with bad debts. You know that there are good debts and there are bad debts. What I am talking about in this context are bad debts. Working in the banking industry in Nigeria for over 10 years formed my foundational knowledge on finance. I can say that I am pretty knowledgeable in that area. So I came to Canada with that mindset, and that was not good for me. I was not really afraid of debt, and you shouldn't be too, really. Nobody should be afraid of debt. But it is important to learn how the financial system of the country that you're in operates and adjust accordingly. I wish I had taken out time and learned how Canada's financial system worked at the time. See guys, that first credit card you receive with $2,000 when you land Canada is usually where it begins. I call it a trap. Do you know that credit card companies want you to be bad with your finances? Because that's how they make their money. The average credit card interest rate is around 22%, which cancels out all kinds of benefits and rewards these credit card companies offer you. For me, it started with my credit card. I wouldn't say I was extravagant because I truly believed the things I bought at the time were necessary. Some of you know my love for interior decor and how I love to live in a beautiful, cozy place. So our apartment then had to be decorated. There was always something that I needed in that apartment. There was always something that I wanted to buy for that apartment. My husband, on the other hand, wanted me to slow down. He hates debt. But before I knew it, I maxed out on my own credit card. And guys, even at that, I was not afraid. I was still comfortable. It seems like debt these days is the norm. People are using debt to buy small things like clothes, shoes, and other things that you can actually do without. See guys, I understand that there are times when you are in a really tight corner and you need to sort out issues. I totally understand that. But please, especially newcomers, see that credit card as a test. See it as a trap that will keep you alert and, keep you conscious, right? Now that I know better, my number one rule is that if I cannot afford to pay for that thing, I'll try it in cash. I shouldn't be buying it with any form of debt. And this includes paying for things like furniture or gadgets using financing. It might work for others, but it no longer works for me. I have learned my lessons. The important thing to note here, guys, is that the interest rate that starts accumulating if you're not able to pay on time on these debts can cause a ripple effect that can spin out of control. And we talk more about the best way to utilize your credit card and best ways to pay up your maxed out free credit card or take advantage of your credit card in a future video. So stay tuned. All right. Number two bad money mistake I made was paying myself last, and in most cases, not paying myself at all. Has anyone read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert? If you have, let me know in the comment section. I first heard about this concept in his book, and is one of the blueprints for achieving financial freedom. In the book, Robert explained that the way people pay their bills can be broken down into two types. The first way is the poor people's habit, that is paying yourself last. As soon as your paycheck comes in, you pay your rent, you pay your phone bills, you pay for your subscriptions, you fund your social plans, and then you save whatever is left, all right? If there is even anything left to save at that time. The second method he talks about is the rich people's habit, and they do the complete opposite. They pay themselves first, and that is what you want to do, right? Take 10% and put that into your savings account the minute you get paid. Treat it like you are paying a bill. This is so important, and by doing this, you are guaranteeing that that money will be saved and won't just slip through your fingers during the spending process. A lot of people are probably thinking right now, Zinny, there is no way I can do this. I can't take out 10% out of my paycheck. Well, I thought so too. But the surprising thing is that when you take that 10% and put it away, your mind will think of ways to structure your spending and structure your finances to last for the whole month, and you won't even realize that you're saving in the background. People don't really realize how much they are spending on paying bills, buying something new, going on that weekend getaway, and then saving whatever is left. But that is the backward mentality. The key is to pay yourself first instead of making other people richer by buying their things before paying yourself. Start putting that 10% away. And once you have your stockpile, then you can start using the additional money you have saved up to start building into your investments fund and looking at investments. The next bad money habit for me was focusing purely on savings. When I started doing things differently, I thought that if I am able to save for a period of time, I would improve my finances. See guys, if you want to improve your financial position, you can start by either saving more of your existing income, or you can make more money by creating more income streams. The ideal combination is a mixture of both, right? You can't build wealth if you're making more money and spending it all, but you also can't build wealth if you're just focusing on the savings side of things, right? Because there is a cap to how much you can save. They will only get you so far. So to truly build wealth, you must think of both sides of the equation, both being how you will save a larger percentage of your income and how you will make more money. The saving money side has a cap, just like I said before. The making money side does not have a cap. It's infinite. Whether it's investing in stock markets, asking for a pay raise, starting a side hustle, you want to break the bad money habit of thinking that saving money alone is going to massively increase your wealth. Number 4 is not knowing my expenses and income. I don't know if you guys can relate. My issue then was that I didn't really want to think about my expenses. I didn't want to have any mental knowledge, or I didn't want to just think about my expenses. See guys, until you know where your starting point is, how do you know where you want to be? There's something called lifestyle inflation, and that simply means that your spending will rise as your income rises. The more money you make, the more you spend, and the cycle continues, right? Make more money, buy a bigger house, buy a nicer car, spend more, make more. It's crazy how normal this is, but this is a recipe for disaster. If you want to be in control of your finances and be able to map out where things are going, a budget tracker is super important. In that budget tracker, you want to include how much you are making, how much you're paying yourself, that 10% we spoke about earlier, your expenses, your bills, your mortgage, your rent, your debt repayment, and so on. And you also want to keep track of that budget tracker at least every 3 months, right? Set a date with the tracker to know how you're improving, what you're paying off, how you are getting better, right? People who know exactly where they are financially know their assets, they know their liabilities, and they have a clear goal of where they are and all the steps that they need to take to get there. They are more likely to get a lot of money and build wealth compared to people who just fantasize about money but have no idea on how to go about it or how to plan to acquire it. Just being mindful of this stuff and seeing those numbers in black and white will go a long way to trigger you into taking action. Number 7 bad money habit for me was paying too much taxes. Even though this particular one does not really apply so much to me, because I feel like because I'm a salary earner, I don't really have so much control over the amount of taxes that I pay. But I believe that if I had learned a little bit more about the tax system in Canada, I would have been able to, utilize the knowledge that I have to at least pay less taxes legally. Believe me, guys, taxes are going to be the single biggest expense in your life here in Canada. While everyone must pay tax, a lot of people just pay it without considering how they can legally reduce their tax bill. Legal is the key word here. If you want to get one step ahead, one of the best ways to save your money is by investing in stock market. But the best ways to increase your wealth is through understanding tax rules in the way that stack up in your favor. Investing in the RRSP can legally reduce your taxes. Also, operating under a business instead of an individual, if you are a solopreneur, can be another legal way to reduce your tax. I'm going to go deeper in this topic in another video, so stay tuned, all right? It is advisable to understand the tax rules in the country that you're in and reduce the tax bills that you pay so that you can instead use that money to give back to the things that directly align to your values instead of letting someone else decide where that money should be going. Number 8 bad money habit for me was waiting too long to invest when I started having some savings. You have that stockpile of money. You want to start looking at investing that money so that your money starts working for you. You want to also diversify those investments so that you can weather different situations that come around in life. But please, guys, avoid leaving that money in the bank account, because inflation is a thing and it means that you are essentially losing money every year when you keep it in the bank. Have a mixture of safe investment and riskier investment that you're willing to lose as well. Start looking at different investment strategies once you've saved up enough, all right? Don't leave any additional money more than you need to in the bank account. There's always going to be reasons why you can't invest. It could be because you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you don't know where to start. But the longer you put off investing, the harder you will have to work to get to that same level of financial freedom as someone who starts investing earlier than you. Yours may just be finding the right person or the right tools that help resonate with your finances in a way that most appeals to you. See, guys, I believe that as immigrants in Canada or anywhere in the world, we should not just settle in living paycheck to paycheck. We can earn more. We can thrive in our businesses and build wealth. A lot of people are breaking this financial barriers and succeeding, right? And avoiding these little bad money habits that I mentioned in this video can be the beginning of your journey to a sustainable wealth. I would love for you to share with us in the comments if you have more bad money habits keeping us stagnant as immigrants or even as a people. I would love to have some money conversations in the comment section. If you found this video valuable, please support the channel by hitting on that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Also, if you liked this video, you may also enjoy another one that I'll be linking up here. So just go watch it. Thank you so much for watching and see you all in the next video. Bye.